My name's Angelo, and welcome to We Want Picks. We break down full fight cards every single week. We give you our picks, our bets, and our fantasy plays. Make sure you like and subscribe so you don't miss any of our content. And this is brought to you by Earn You. Earn You is the world's first sports and esports prediction game, allowing you to earn crypto risk-free. Check it out now at earnu.com. And ODDSJAM. ODDSJAM has the fastest real-time data integrations to spot discrepancies between different sportsbooks and helping users place risk-free bets. Check them out at oddsjam.com. Next up at UFC Vegas 51, we have Rafa Garcia taking on Jesse Ronson. Rafa Garcia, 13-2 overall. He's 3-2 in his last 5, coming off a great win over a highly touted grappling prospect. Jesse Ronson, 21-10 overall, 2-2-1 in his last 5, and he's coming off a USADA suspension. Listen, this fight is listed at 170. So Topology says this fight is at 170. UFC says it's at 155. I imagine it's 155, but historically speaking, the UFC website is very incorrect. So let's just assume it's at 155. These are both 155 pounders. They've both fought at 70 before, but let's assume it's at 155. And I know a lot of you think the weight class matters here. I actually don't, but let's jump right in. We got Rafa Garcia. He's a very good grappler with heavy hands and weak cardio. He's an absolute dog when he fights. And even when he's completely gassed, he is still pushing and still chasing a knockout. He's very dangerous. And even though he's a grappler with 7 submission wins, he has legit power in his hands, and many of those submissions were set up by strikes. Jesse Ronson is listed as coming off a no contest over Nicholas Dalby, but he actually won that fight by rear naked choke, but the win was overturned because of a banned substance from USADA. He maintains that it was just tainted supplements, but he was suspended nonetheless, and that win was overturned. Technique-wise, he's a busy striker with sneaky power and solid takedown defense. Even though he's a striker who prefers to strike, he has solid offensive BJJ, and he has had a lot of success snatching things up in scrambles. And when I break down fights, you guys can tell I'm reading notes here, but when I break down fights and I'm writing my notes, I do my research on fighter A, I do my research on fighter B, I take any new notes, I watch their last fights, I compare that to my old notes, I put it all together, and then I look at the betting odds. And this fight surprised me with Rafa Garcia at only minus 120. I thought for sure he would be like a minus 300 favorite. I genuinely did. You're making a stupid face here, but I am shocked that Rafa Garcia, with that power in his hands, that dangerous ground game, the fact that he's proven, yes, his cardio can be an issue, but he continues to move forward and make things happen. I was surprised. Jesse Ronson is 0-3 in the UFC, 21-10. And Rafa Garcia is just a tiny favorite here. So even if Jesse's the more technical striker, he does have chin issues. Rafa Garcia hits like a truck. This is a clear pick for me. Rafa Garcia for sure. I've already got a money line bet on him. And I don't know what I'm missing. Jacob, do you agree? If not, let me know what I'm missing.
A lot of people ask, like, what do you look like with your hat off? I think Jesse wrote, that's what I look like with my hat off is Jesse over there. So in case you were curious. That would be pretty funny if I just took it off and just looked at that like that.
You do 3/4 of the videos with no hat on.
I don't think I do.
You do. Okay.
Okay. I think Rafa should win this fight, but I think his path is in the grappling, and if he can't get the takedowns, he's in real big trouble in this fight because I think he is at a very high disadvantage in the striking. He has the power, but from a technicality standpoint and just a sheer kickboxing standpoint, Jesse is the much better striker. This guy has 30 amateur kickboxing fights. He has plenty of MMA experience as well. I think that Jesse dominates a striking battle in this. Obviously, Rafa's got the big right hand. A lot of times, wrestlers have that right hand. They shoot the takedown. The right hand goes over the top. So if Rafa knocks out Jesse, don't be like, oh, I thought he was supposed to be the better striker. Because that stuff happens, right? Rafa needs to wrestle to win the fight. That's his easiest path to victory. Jesse is very opportunistic, though, as you mentioned, with the submission wins. If something is there, he will take advantage of it. So you got to be careful on those shots, on those entries, in the scrambles, but Rafa should be able to do what he does, get the takedowns. I agree he should win, but Jesse is a lot more live and a lot more dangerous than people think. So my pick is Rafa. He should get the takedowns. If you want to live bet this, if Jesse's able to stuff the first couple takedowns, you put your entire 401k on Jesse because he will dominate the next 2 rounds.
Yeah, I think Rafa Garcia wins striking exchanges too, but we will see what happens. Rafa Garcia, $8,200. This is a pick him in DraftKings, basically. And I'll spend it. I'll spend it. My concern is he could gas, and then that's a problem. But I will spend it. I like $8,200 on Rafa Garcia. I think he's definitely more live for the stoppage. He can do it on his feet or on the ground. What do you think?
I'll probably play him. I'll probably play him. He should wrestle and get the takedowns he needs. And his wrestling, too, he could get 3, 4, 5 in a round really, really quick. So,
yeah, his cardio is the biggest issue. But even his last fight, his cardio was a lot better than it was before that. So, and then Monkey Knife Fight, 61 strikes to 51 strikes. It's a little bit of a higher line than I like to see, but I don't know what to do with that line because I do think Rafa can blast him. But these are 2 tough guys. You're going more and more with Monkey Knife Fight?
I just like Jesse's ability. Like I mentioned with Kevin Krum, I like veterans that know how to stay alive in certain situations. I think he's good enough to, even in the grappling, stay alive for those strikes to add up.
Well, if you guys want to play that line, go to WeWantPicks.com/MKF. Monkey Knife Fight is daily fantasy, and they will instantly match your deposit up to $100. Give them 50, they give you 50. Give them 100, they give you 100. Take the free money. Take the free 100. Play some of those lines. WeWantPicks.com/MKF. And if you want $50, I'll give you $50 for free. Just go to WeWantPicks.com/bets. Sign up with any one of the 5 listed betting partners. Make a deposit, and I send you $50 as a thank you. It is all right there on the website, WeWantPicks.com/bets.